What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and we are back with some Clicker Heroes. I believe this is 258 episode-wise, which is crazy. Coming up on 260 already. It's just flying by. What I'm gonna start off with is seeing how high we can get Wep, as I think we can get him to 2K. Or sorry, yeah, we're not gonna get him up to 5K is what I meant to say. So we're gonna have to go into Midas for a bit. We can progress a little bit where we're at, but we're gonna guild Midas here in a moment. We skipped from Atlas up, didn't go anywhere else, so it worked out pretty well. I mean, we made some pretty nice jumps. Yeah, not even 10K. It's I don't even know if it'll be worth it, or if I have enough guilds, or if I'll be able to move all these guilds. If I have enough to move the guilds, which I did. What did I use? Yeah, I used quite a bit of what I had. Okay, so we're going to push a bit farther. I don't know exactly what we'll push out of this. Nothing probably insane. I think I got an achievement, but I didn't know what it does. I got a Steam achievement earlier today when I completed a quest, but I don't remember what it was. The only thing I can think of is like one of the 500 quests. Not that. We actually, that's like the only one I think we're going to get for the 2500s. I don't think we're going to get any of the other 2500s. I just don't know what I reached that was like a new goal. I forget what it was. Was it? No, not relic quests. Oh, yep, 500 ruby quests. That's what it was. So we're at 89%. 90% will be cool. I'd like to get it like 95% before Clicker Heroes 2 comes out, and then we can be done with the game. No, honestly, again, the whole debate. That's actually come up a couple times in not really Discord, but more of the comments has come up. You know. And I've seen a couple. I'm not going to show it on screen. These aren't like comments we're going to talk about. But basically, you know, you're going to make it to episode 500. You're going to make it to episode 1,000. Seeing all this stuff. And it's like, honestly, truly speaking, episode 1,000, definitely not. I don't think it'll happen. I don't think I'll have the sanity to do that, to be completely honest. I mean, you got to think, if I do an episode a day, and we're only on episode, let's say, 250, that's from where I'm at. That's literally so much more. Like, it's crazy to think about. 500 is possible, but I doubt it. I'm really banking on Clicker Heroes 2 being a solid replacement for this game. Just something completely new, something better in every way, or at least the same in a lot of ways. That's just, you know, with some, you know, better parts. I'm hoping. Again, I feel like a lot of us are going to get our hopes up on it, but hey, you never know what they're going to pull out of their sleeve. So I'm hoping that kind of just replaces this game for me. If not, I'll probably end up just playing both. But I really do hope we get just a nice replacement. We're going to try the 7%, which should work. If not, we'll use the 10 as well, or maybe even a double with the two of them. This is, I think, a 5-minute. Yeah, this is a 5-minute quest, I believe. And I'm like, I don't like to let him just sit there that long necessarily. But I mean, he's a high level, so we try not to risk him much. I mean, he's barely gone up levels over the past like 20 episodes. If you go like 20 episodes back and look at his level, it's like not a crazy difference for 20 days. So kind of just grind this out. We've got a couple comments today. Let's go over the first one here. Tomorrow I've already got some picked out too for Clan Sunday, so we are going to be doing comments on Clan Sunday, which I didn't do I don't think last week. But anyways, let's start this one up. Both of these that I'm going to be going over have to do with my question 2 episodes ago, I believe, where I talked about favorite games and whatnot. So we've got Luke Winkleman here, which I believe has been on this already, if I'm not mistaken. But basically he says, I absolutely adore Black Ops 1. It's perfectly balanced and was the first game I truly played. Saddens me to see the servers have died. Black Ops 1 was... Alright, we're going to get a little in depth here. Call of Duty. First of all, I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty anymore. I'm tempted to play the new one. I haven't really watched anything on it, but I'm tempted to play the new one because they're going back to kind of the older ways of what they've said. Again, I don't know how true that is. Some of you guys may have played the beta, but nonetheless, I don't really like Call of Duty. I started playing Call of Duty. First Call of Duty I ever played was Call of Duty 3, which is before like online was like a huge thing with it and whatnot. And then obviously Call of Duty 4, which was still to this day the best one. Like the original, the remake doesn't compare. It's not the same. But the first Call of Duty 4, like that's like the main Call of Duty. That was the greatest Call of Duty of all time. Obviously, I've played through everything in between there and Black Ops 1 I played. And I think I played Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I think, was in between there. But I didn't play them much. Wasn't a big fan of them. Black Ops 2 is pretty cool. But Black Ops 1 was probably my second favorite Call of Duty. followed closely by either, honestly, I like World at War, or Modern Warfare 2, which was more fun just because I just had a good time while playing it. Game design wise, it was pretty bad, and really just stupid stuff could happen, but it was fun in general. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing Call of Duty, and the thing is, the most playtime I probably ever had into one of them is probably Black Ops 1. I forget how old I was, but we actually ran a really, really large community on Xbox 360. I ran it with a bunch of friends. It was a huge community. I think we got to the point, I was like third in command of it, I believe. At the time is where it got to. My buddy actually started it, and I've just kind of helped him out with the whole thing towards the, middle to the end, especially. But I think we had about 1,200 members, which was insane. It was broken into divisions, like of 100 members apiece, and I think we got up to 12 of them. It was just around 1,200 members, which is crazy, and that was all within Black Ops 1, which I figured it'd be a cool story to share for any of the Call of Duty players out there. But yeah, that's that. That's my Call of Duty history. And again, the new one's a little tempting to buy for me, but I don't know. And if I did, I'd probably get it on console, just because I feel like it's better on console. I don't know. We'll see, though. It's probably nothing I'll end up getting. It's just something a little tempting. But yeah, as for runs go, it's been pretty decent. This was excessive. This was even very excessive. I was doing stuff, playing other games and stuff yesterday, but not bad. And then obviously my overnight run, it's a fairly decent jump, over double, which is generally what you want to see, and we're still climbing up. If this whole thing works, we'll probably end up claiming the rest of the Ancients in here, even though it's really early. I like doing it, and for Clan Sundays, it's nice to have that. It just kind of gives me some more idle time, helps out with that stuff. But anyways, this may push on for quite a while. We can hop into the next question for sure. Again, if anyone else wants to talk about their favorite games, you can still leave it in the comments, and I'll very high chance of this still getting featured, just because I find them a fun subject to talk about, because there's like games I wouldn't necessarily think of, like, oh, I love this game. Like, it's hard to say every game you love, and then you see a game, it's like, oh man, I had some great stories with that game, or I love that game too. And I like this subject. It's a fun subject. So if anyone else wants to throw up, their favorite games, or favorite game in general, just one game's fine, let me know. There's a good chance it'll get featured, within a couple days if you post in it or whatever, maybe. So anyways, we got another one coming in from N6, who I know has been featured before. My favorite game of all time is Super Mario 64. Skyrim is really making a comeback for me, so that's in the top 10. In the game I've played most hours for is Warframe, with almost 2K hours in it. Starting off with Warframe, I've not played Warframe myself. I've watched a couple people play it. It seems pretty decent. Nothing that I really, it interests me super much in, so it's nothing I really tried. Skyrim, I've talked about that. Elder Scrolls series, I love them. Skyrim was beautiful. It was amazing. The only big flaw for me was they didn't add co-op. If that game had co-op in it, it would have been the coolest game, and I would have sunk double the time into it, to be completely honest, if I could have ran around the world with friends killing stuff. I don't know, and people will say, Elder Scrolls Online, it's not the same. But Mario Super Mario 64 was a good game. Not one of my top Mario games. I love old Mario games for sure. I never was huge into that game, to be honest. On my Nintendo 64, I generally played either the Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. What was the other game? There was one other game I had on that I played a ton, but I didn't play a ton of Super Mario World. Or sorry, not Super Mario. Super Mario World that I played. I was gonna discuss that after. That was another big one I like. Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. Or yeah, Super Nintendo was amazing. That was probably my favorite Mario game of all time. But I do watch a lot of speedruns of Super Mario 64, and those are so fun to watch. I enjoy those a lot. If you guys don't know what speedrunning is, or I've never really watched anyone speedrun a game, Super Mario 64 is probably a good one to try to get into speedrunning, because it's so interesting. Not to try to play it, I mean, that's a hard speedrun to do for sure, but to try watching them, try to get yourself into the idea of watching people speedrunning, which is a whole new thing. If you haven't seen someone speedrun, and you're pretty open to, I mean, you guys are watching my Cookie Heroes videos, you're pretty open to watching people game, man, those are good. The Half-Life series, like some of my favorite games, those are my 100% favorite games to see speedrun. the speedran, I should say. I love the first Half-Life being speedrun, Half-Life 2. They're great. They're so fun. The crazy jumps and stuff they do, it's ridiculous. I don't know. I love them a lot. But yeah, that's also another question. Either of you guys watch speedruns, or do your own speedruns if you guys actually speedrun. What game do you like watching speedrun, or what game do you like speedrunning if you are a speedrunner yourself, or even whether you're an amateur speedrunner, you have terrible time or whatever. If you've tried speedrunning, just let me know. I'm curious. It interests me. So there's another question to throw out there. And those type of things are probably more likely to be featured when I ask something like that. Just because they're good subjects. They get us on a subject that just it's great. So either favorite games or games you like watching speedrun, or you speedrun yourself. It's cool. It interests me. Some on the speedrunning subject, some fun stuff. Even very basic. It's like background speedrun to watch. If you're into Pokemon at all, some of the Pokemon games are pretty funny to watch. That's RNG based like crazy. So literally, it's like Clicker Heroes or like Mercenaries. How RNG can screw you. It's like the same thing. So you could have the best run ever, and then it just messes you up. And it's kind of funny to watch RNG ruin a game, or win it. If you win because of great RNG, it's crazy. But there's a guy, I forget his full name. It's Gunner. If you go on Twitch and you search Gunner, he'll come up. He's a big Pokemon speedrunner. Great guy. He's fun to watch on Twitch. If you're looking to watch any of that, actually, I don't know if he's been doing it lately though. I haven't watched him in a while. Those are background. If I need I watch some podcasts and stuff too, just to burn time. But I don't really watch them. They're more in the background while I edit or do something. That's the type of stuff that I'll put on in the background. It's not something that I'd specifically go and watch, but it's great background stuff. Not really the best thing to get into speedrunning with, because they're kind of slow and boring and a lot of resets at the beginning, and nothing crazy happens till later on in the runs anyways. But some of the tactics are cool. You thought you were good at Pokemon, go watch these guys. They cheese the game, of course, but you think you're good at it. They Nidoran through the whole. If you're watching Pokemon Yellow or Red or Blue, whatever. Blue I think is what they run, not Red. But yeah, you go watch that. It's Nidoran ran through the whole game. I don't know. It's cool. I like seeing that type of stuff. But anyways, this is gonna go on for quite some time, it seems like, and we are running up the clock. I just realized. Holy crap, we got on a real big discussion. I totally lost track of time. I'm gonna bounce out here for a bit. We'll come back in, do our Ascension, and move on from there. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna try this last boss just to get the extra guild, and we are going to ascend. Not really gonna get anywhere out of that, so let's just keep it moving. I should probably open these first. Open all. Honestly, we're gonna be able to skip past Midas, but I'm just gonna drop it into Midas anyways. Just because it's a low-level guy, we can start guilding. We really aren't going to be actually leveling him right now. We're going to be doing the reset, so let's do that. I'm hoping 7% is enough, so it's 4,000 S, small s. Let's drop that whole thing in here. This should be plenty to get going on this. Yeah, that'll be it. 7% should be fine. Yeah, of the big S2, that's a huge jump. And honestly, 4 hours or 15 minutes. We really don't need 165. That's the thing. 4 hours, yeah, I'd love to have him quest for 4 hours to get the better percent, but it's we're not gonna need that for ever. I might be able to even do the double reset right now. It kind of takes a little while to build back up to this point, because I'm gonna break idle if I click again. Oh, I already just broke idle, so that is true. I probably should have had a fish up. Sorry if you hear my dog going in the background. He's going crazy out there. Mike shouldn't pick it up, but in case it does, I think I'm going to just keep the 10% and do the 1018 next time, and maybe even this. I don't like to use all of them up, that's the thing. So we'll probably use 1018 on Clan Sunday video. Because Clan Sunday's video should be the next Ascension, most likely. So I think we'll just call that quits there. I think that's a good enough spot. I don't think we need to push for anything more than that. Yeah, let's just roll with that. Alright, come on, idle. Kick back in. Let's get things moving. Although at this point, you know what, we really don't need to go anymore on camera here. I got it from here. Anyways, I mean that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. We're just gonna roll with that I should probably spend these first though. Let you guys see the spending. I don't know. Let's pick them up. Screw it. I wasn't gonna get them yet. This is really early for me to grab these. Really early. There goes a loud vehicle. Look at everything being loud in the background. Oh boy. Alright, now we've got a ton of engines to deal with, which is always a pain, but I think it's better to get it out of the way now than to have to worry about it later anyways. Let's just import that, do our main stuff, and then anything extra we have we can sort through. Let's drop that in there, that in there. We've got our Solomon, of course, can't forget about him. Boom, making some gains there. That was actually a really big jump on Solomon, more than I thought. Everything's moving pretty smooth this Transcendence. We're what, under 24 hours? Maybe at 24 hours. We can do Juggernaut and our other two dudes. We've got Frag and Ball, wherever he's at. Boom. Oop. You're not gonna tab me out the same way. Okay. It looks like 54 for the bottom four. Four main guys. 54. 54. 54. 54. And then we got what? 52. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And then we've got a 54. A lot of 54s. And then 20 on Atman. Look at that. Easy. Let's sort through everything else now. Let's figure out what we can get these to. No problem. To millions, to billions, to trillions. Big Qs we can do, and then that's it. So we can get them to 70, which means these go up 69. Boom. And then we just got to jump you up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Jump the rest of them up where they need to be as well. 70 is not a bad start. Normally they start at like I think 50 and we go to 100 and then to 200 and 300. I think that's our normal jumping. We might even, do we skip 200? We might skip 200. Should go back and make sure I get all of these. I feel like all the time I missed level 1. It's happened before. One person caught it. No one else said anything. A long time ago. Happened before. I plainly like highlighted one and went over it. I did it on purpose to test you. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just finish these up real quick. We don't really got anything else going on here though. This is pretty smooth from here. Just buy everything. That should be it all. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm kind of curious what my total Transcendence time so far is, so we'll check that out. But we'll get the Wep. That'll push on till we can get to Suchi, and we'll go from there. We won't even have to level up. We're at 24 hours and 7 minutes. Look at that. Boom. Beautiful. Yeah, anyways, I think we are at a solid spot, guys. That is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If so, please hit that like button. It really does show the support to the series and the channel. You know, it helps out us a lot, guys. Thank you. Again, feel free to leave a comment. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.